Hello, everybody. This is Khadijah Grant with Pure Inspiration and also Elevate Her private breakthrough group. And I'm on tonight because I'm going to talk to you about 3 mindset hacks that you have to master. And I also want to tell you who I am. I am also a transformational success coach, and I help people to build unstoppable mindset, create clarity of direction, and create abundance in love and in life. So if that's money for you, that's money. We can do that. So I just wanted to talk to you about these 3 mindset hacks. The first one is move your body, right? So let me back up. Before I get into the hacks, let me back up. So what is a mindset hack? A mindset hack is actually when you need to interrupt a negative pattern of thought that is not taking you where you want to go. And it's not going to drive you where you want to be. And so you need to have something to interrupt the pattern. A lot of times we speak these negative things that really are not serving us. And it takes us down a path that we really don't want to go. That fear, the anxiety of, you feeling like that you can't achieve whatever it is that you want or you're longing for. I want you to know you can have it. If you use some of these hacks, it actually will help you to disrupt the pattern so that you can actually start to focus on some areas that you really want to create in your life. So let me just tell you this. If you, it's something that I thought was funny. Sometimes I don't have the best humor, but it's funny. But it's something that I thought was funny when we were talking about back in the day, Shaquille O'Neal played basketball. I remember he was on the Lakers. His position is center, and they used to prevent him from dunking because he was so powerful underneath, and they called it hack a Shaq because they would actually hold him, grab him to try to keep him from making that basket because they knew they couldn't stop him. And so what we want to do with those negative mindsets is we want to hack that. And so that's what this is all about. So 3 mindset hacks that can help you move forward into spaces where you want to go rather than spaces you don't want to go, right? And let me just say, we all go through that. But when you master this, life starts to become a lot more easy. So the first one is move your body. So doing some movement really helps, right? So that could be just turning on some music and dancing. That's movement. That could be taking a walk. That could be going to the gym. Because you can't continue to be in your worry or the negative self-talk if you're actually doing something that will prevent you from being able to do that. It's a distraction. But not only that, it really helps your blood to get circulating, you get a lot of oxygen in your blood, and you start to feel good. And that disrupts the pattern. So any kind of movement you can do when you feel like you're in a rut really can help. And if you make it consistent, it's even better. That's why a lot of people exercise. It's not just about, making their body look good. It also is about emotionally being connected and also making sure that they are able to thrive in the areas of their lives that they are looking to thrive. So that's one, move your body. The next one is find one habit to break. Find one habit that you want to break that is keeping you from a personal goal that you want. So that personal goal could be in your relationship. It could be finding a relationship. It could be in your career or business. It could be in your health and wellness. It could be in a lot of different areas. And so you want to pick one top habit that you can focus on that you want to change. You want to disrupt that. And so you pick one of these and then you ask yourself, what triggers my habit? So I'm gonna give you one of mine. I actually, at one time, when I would get stressed out, I would want like to eat chips, right? And that crunch made me feel really good, and I wanted that crunch, so I would eat chips. So I'm saying that because in order for me to hack the habit, because my goal was to keep my waistline, right? In order for me to hack the habit, I actually had to stop buying chips. Like, I knew that if they were in my house, that I would be eating them, and I really wanted that sensory crunch. And that sensory crunch is, I wanted the crunch, so I had to figure out a different way. So the other thing is figure out what your trigger is with the habit, and that awareness will help you, and then come up with a substitute. So I had to come up with a substitute. The crunch for me was important because it helped me when I felt overwhelmed or stressed out, that crunch. So I ended up just substituting that with carrots. Now that's really simple. I'm talking about food, but there are ways in which you can use this in other areas of your life, right? Like if you know that you have a habit that is keeping you from a goal. So for example, if you want to start a business, or you I really want to start a business because, I don't want to work in this particular job that I'm in forever, then, and maybe your life is full. Maybe you are doing things, taking care of other people. So you work, you come home, you take care of other people. But what is one habit that could help you to start moving toward that goal of having that business thrive if you've already started, or start it, right? Maybe it's I take 1 hour in the evening after I'm, done with everything that I have to do, and I don't watch TV, and I just read for an hour in my niche or in this area where I want to build my business. I'm using that 1 hour, or even if it's not an hour, literally 30 minutes, right? When you think about the scheme, the time in your day, 30 minutes is not a lot. So you could literally take 30 minutes a day and work toward a goal if you just decide and choose, okay, I watch TV at night, going to bed, that's not helpful for me. I need to, maybe when I go to bed, I won't watch TV. I'll go ahead and pick up a book that I can learn more about my niche or this business that I want to start. And I'll just do that for 30 minutes. And it doesn't have to be every single day. You literally could do this 3 times a week. You're like, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, this is what I do, right? So that's another way you can break a habit. Figure out what your triggers are in that habit, and then figure out what can I do to substitute, and come up with a mantra or an affirmation. There's this thing that this show used to be, is called Mary Jane, and she would have Post-its everywhere. Come up with a mantra or affirmation and literally put it all around your house, so you can interrupt the pattern and remind yourself and remind your subconscious what it is your new habit is. So if it's, I am a business owner, maybe you're not there yet, but that's where you're going in your life, then write that everywhere. I am, right? I am that right now. Not in the future, not I wish this could be. You are that right now. How exciting it is that my business is thriving. Write that all around if that is your goal. The third one is be intentional with your focus. And what that means is a lot of times we go through life just kind of exhausted, and we don't take a pause. We literally run on empty. And what I'm saying is stop and take a pause and literally take some time for you. Is self-care. Find a sacred space for yourself so you can get clear about what it is that you are wanting in your life. So, what I do is I get a cup of tea. I like tea. Some people like coffee, whatever you like to drink. It could be lemonade, right? Get something to drink, get a pen and a paper, go somewhere quiet, either in your home, someplace comfortable. I love to be in nature, so maybe it's a park or a coffee shop once, things open up in the world, wherever that is for you. But just find a space that's quiet where you can tap in, right? Take some deep cleansing breaths through your nose and out through your mouth, and just feel your belly and your chest rise, and literally start to ask the question. And whatever comes is gonna be good, right? Because everything about you is perfect. It is complete and it is whole, because your spirit is perfect, whole, and complete. The only thing that needs to change, beloved, is the fragments that we need to leave us, right? And the fragments are the things that we kind of picked up along the way. Hey, I see some people out there. Hi, Tanya, I see you. Hi, Carla, I see you. So I'm saying to you, so the third one, a hack, is be intentional with your focus. And you want to sit somewhere and have some time to reflect, so you can have some self-awareness. And you're going to ask yourself the question, what is the big picture? What's the big picture for you? What's the big picture for you? What does life look like when I am joyful and satisfied? What does it look like when I'm joyful and satisfied? And so you want to ask yourself those questions to kind of get to the deeper parts of you, and you're going to write whatever comes. Now, let me tell you what I do. This is what I do. I'm a spiritual person. So one of the things that I like to do is to ask for help on a spiritual level. I ask Source, Universal Essence, whatever that is for you. And I also ask the angels to come and help me and to sit with me. And I ask these questions, and something amazing happens. The answers flow. You really get the divine guidance that you're looking for, and things start to become clear. And I guarantee, okay, I'm gonna guarantee, right, that if you asked, that answer that you're searching for is going to come. And so these are the questions. What's the big picture for me? What does it look like for me for when I am joyful and satisfied? What does balance look like for me? What are my gifts and my talents? And you know what? We all have them, and I know you know what yours are. And the ones that you don't know, they're coming. They're there. I think you know, but a lot of times we have a difficult time acknowledging that, or just getting clear about that is what I'm here to do on the planet, right? And then you're going to ask yourself, are you utilizing those gifts and talents enough? And when you start to do that, then you start to get clear that you have a priority. Your priority will be, when you answer these questions for yourself, wow, when this thing happens at work and is minimal, it frustrates me. What is my priority? What is my priority? I remember I was in a job, and I had done all this work on a project, and it took me like 6 months, right? I had to build a task force, and I had to do all these things. And I was the primary person doing the majority of the work to bring this thing that I was doing to fruition. And I remember when we got right to the end and it was time to do a presentation about this, I was asked to come talk to this kind of like joint commission, and it was like the upper leadership. And my manager came to me and said, they want you to present? And I'm like, yeah. And she said, I think my director would like me to present, but she hadn't worked on the project. And she really didn't have a lot of knowledge about it other than what I had been talking to her about in supervision. And so, I could have been upset about it. Like, wow, this is my work. I'm being asked, but now I'm not able to, and she was like, if you want to do it. And she kept going back and forth with me. And I was like, this is weird. This is my work. But I started to ask myself the question, Khadijah, what is your priority, right? Is your priority to get in front of these people and present your work? And, people would say that would be only right? present your work and then have, them say, wow, good job. This is great. This is happening. Because it really was just a presentation to let them know what was happening. Or, did I need that accolade, or was I focused more on the priority that I had? And the priority that Khadijah had was I wanted more than anything to be able to give my gifts to the world and to own my own business and to actually help people to thrive and learn how to win and take them through a process that would help them to get there, because I wanted people to know that they are whole and complete and perfect just as they are, and that there is an opportunity for you to be in your gifts. And so if I got stuck in this little thing that was really minimal, right? I could be angry about it, I could be frustrated, I could fight about it, or I could say, you know what? If you want to present, I'll tell you the information, I'll write it up for you, and you can do that. No problem. Because I started to ask myself, what's your priority? So I'm saying that to say that when you get clear about what your priority is, then things start to flow in a different way for you. You don't allow the minimal things to stop you because you're clear about where you want to go. You don't get stuck in the frustrations that really are not going to help you go where you want to go. Now, there are times when you do have to step up and, say, no, I like it to be this way. But, you got to choose your battles, right? So that was a time I had to choose my battles. But that's because I learned the mindset hack to be intentional with my focus. And so, beloveds, I want you to take the time to be very intentional with your focus. And I hope these mindset hacks can really help you. So remember, the first one is move your body. Find something to do that's movement, even if it's just turn on some music and dancing. That helps to interrupt when you're stuck in a rut mentally, and when that ego is talking to you and keeping you stuck in a place you don't need to be in order to go where you want to go. The second one is find a habit, one habit to break, just one. If you start with one and you commit to yourself because you are worthy, you commit to yourself, I'm just not going to watch TV tonight and tomorrow night. Maybe you start with 7 days, right? Then you do that and you're like, I'm going to take 30 minutes and I'm going to read up on how to start this business, right? That's it. That's it. That's a commitment to you. So that's one. And then the last one is be intentional with your focus. Decide by doing some of the things I just talked about, what is your priority, and focus your energy there. Do not let minimal things distract you, because we're easy to get distracted, right? Because that's what we've been doing. Pull yourself back and say, you know what do I really want? What are my priorities? So if you do those things and ask yourself those questions, you're gonna get an answer. I promise, I promise, I promise. And then you'll get clear about your priorities. So when minimal things happen, it will not take you off track. So I'm so glad that you guys are here tonight. Hi, Alicia, I see you there. I'm so glad you were here with me tonight. I am so excited to continue to make these videos. I hope this has been of value to you. If this has been of value to you, please like, share, and comment on this video. And if you're watching the replay on YouTube or somewhere else, please subscribe. I am gonna be signing off, but I do want you to know that I know that it's not easy to make changes, and especially when you want to make big changes in your life and you want to get there in record time. The thing is, you don't have to do this alone. I'm here. So if you want support, if you need support, just drop me a direct message and maybe we can get on a call and we can talk about how I can help you. I want all of you to win because I know we can, because the world needs you and we need your gifts. Thank you for watching tonight. Signing off, your sister in pure inspiration.